I got the water hole reclaimed. I'm gonna start working on the mock scrape. I actually found this vine right here yesterday when I was looking for a tree stand spot. So I'm gonna harvest that and use it for my mock scrape. It's about a 1-inch diameter vine, 1.25 inches maybe. I'm actually going to cut it off at the ground down here, and I'm going to cut it into 3 or 4 6 or 8 foot pieces so I can actually set up 3 or 4 different mock scrapes today when I'm going around setting up trail cameras. I'm going to set the tripod up and cut it down, and we'll get started. All right, I got the vine down. I'm gonna cut it into a couple pieces. I'm also wearing gloves so I don't touch it and get the oil from my hands all over it. Might not even have to cut it. Might be able to just snap it. Looks like I'm gonna get about 4 pieces out of it. I'm gonna take 3 of the pieces back over, load them up in the Jeep. While I'm over there, I'm gonna grab the rake and take the 4th piece in, and I'll set it up. I think I'm gonna try to throw my mock scrape rope up over that branch right there. I want a branch that's strong enough to hold the vine, but a little flexible so it makes a little noise up in the tree when they're rubbing on it also, or pulling on it and biting it. And I'm gonna see if I can get the rope thrown up over that and hook up the vine from there. And I want this branch to hang about maybe waist high. Actually, I don't know if it'll be good with that curve in that or not, but I kind of like it like that. So since I'm just learning this stuff, I've been watching a lot of the Whitetail Habitat Solutions videos on YouTube. So if you're looking for some of these ideas to use on some of your properties, can head over there and watch some of the videos over there too. He has a lot of really good free information. So I think I'm going to try it like that. I can always change it later if I don't like it. Just trying to wrap up all the extra rope around the branch. Just in case I want to move it later, and then I'll still have enough rope to throw it up over another branch. I'm just trying not to touch the bottom, 18 inches or so of it. I wanted to use the hoist rope off that tree stand, as it's been out here this whole winter and spring. So it's not like I grabbed a piece of rope out of my garage that smells like gas or something. So I'm also going to leave the little bit of leaves and stuff on it, that little branch sticking up at the front. So I'm going to clean up this area a little bit, and then I'll rake it out and start setting up some cameras. So another reason I kind of picked this spot is I'm trying to set up that direction of travel to that water hole over there. So I'm hoping that if they come here to hit this mock scrape, and then I put a couple branches right there for kind of a visual barrier, they can always step over them, but it gets a little more thick back on that side. But it'll just guide them where I want to guide them. Just trying to control what I can control. I think I got everything cleaned up pretty decent around it. Actually, there was a deadfall right here. I added a couple branches to that and made that a little more of a visual barrier. So I'm just going to try and funnel deer through here. Hopefully they'll run into the licking branch on this mock scrape. I tried to put it maybe just a little more than waist high. It's about as sticks down to about my belly button basically. I'm gonna rake out like a maybe 2 foot by 2 foot square under it, a 3 foot circle under it. Just rake it down to dirt. I'm just using the rake to chop off some of the weeds that are growing up in it. I just want it to be clear. Have a nice dark visual on it. And I'm just going to lightly rake in a circle around that, like maybe 6-foot circle around it just to get some more of these twigs and branches and stuff out of the way, so it's just leaves and mulch basically around it. And try and make it as appealing as possible to stand in there. And the last thing you can do is urinate in it, or you can use some scents if you want. I'm going to leave that part of it up to you. You definitely don't want to touch that branch anymore, and you don't want to touch it ever when you come into the woods. Like, I know it's tempting to go over and touch it and look at it and see how much they've chewed it up, but I'm going to just leave it alone because all their scents are going to be on there. The scent of every deer that comes through here and uses it is going to be on there. That's how I'm going to leave it. I'm going to set up a camera to take pictures on it and a camera to take video. I'm going to try and set the cameras up in places where the deer can't see them. And then I'm going to do the same thing on that water hole. I know it's a little overkill. I'm going to have 4 cameras in this 100-yard area, but just want to put a camera in here that's on 3-shot burst, so I get pictures. And I also want to put a camera in here that's on video, so I can kind of see how the deer are reacting to the mock scrape. If they are, they might not touch it at all. So I'm just curious to see if they do start messing with the licking branch. And then I'm also curious to see how they start reacting to the water hole that we added. I'm gonna go grab the cameras, I'll get them set up, and then I'll show you how I set them up when I get done. So this is the licking branch on the mock scrape. I have a camera on 3-shot burst up in that tree. I try to put it up as high as I can reach. I always try and put my cameras up as high as I can reach so it doesn't, so the deer don't see the infrared light when it goes off. I have the stealth cams. They don't make any noise when they're taking a picture or taking video, but they do. I still have the older models. I don't have the blackout, so they still do show the like red LEDs when they take a picture or video at night. So I try and put them up over the deer's head or out of their line of sight. I also have a camera in that tree right there. It's going to take video of the mock scrape. And if I walk through the woods right here, that's the ladder stand that we hung. There's a camera on the side of that big tree right there that's pointing down at the water hole. That's going to take pictures, 3-shot burst pictures. And then I also put a camera in that tree right there up in the leaves. That's going to take video. Since these cameras have a little screw hole in the bottom of them, I also went to Menards and grabbed 2 of these eye bolts. One of them's sharp to go into the tree. One of them's threaded to go into the camera. I put a little wing nut on there to tighten it up. Then I just connected them together with a couple washers and a bolt and a lock nut. So, and I have it just tight enough that I can adjust the camera up and down, tilted up and down. And I just bring my little cordless drill out here with me and tap a little pilot hole and screw a little bolt in the tree. Those things work really good too. Hold your cameras up. You can put them up a little higher. You can put them on a tree like this where you don't need a strap to go all the way around the tree like a 4-foot tree. So you can hide them like that a little better, get them so they don't profile and they don't stick out off the side of the tree, and they also don't see the straps. So I started using those bolts a couple of years ago, and I noticed that I have way less pictures of deer looking at the camera. Just been putting the cameras up a little higher so they don't see the lights. It doesn't spook them as much. Actually, last year I took about maybe 20,000 pictures. I've always have them on 3-shot burst, so it's a lot of pictures, and sometimes the cattle are in the pasture, so it's a lot of pictures that way too. But I think I took about 20,000 trail camera pictures last year, and I only had about maybe 6 or 8 pictures where the deer was actually looking at the camera, where I felt like it was the deer looking at the camera. About got everything wrapped up here. I'm gonna climb up in the tree stand and put on the accessory hooks and get everything packed up, and then I'll jump on the ATV and go set some other trail cameras. And I also have those other 3 mock scrape branches that I'm gonna try to put out. So I'm gonna get everything packed up and we'll get on the road.